Hi, I'm Stephen Varone, President of Rand Engineering and Architecture, and I'd like to speak to you for a moment about New York City's Facade Inspection Safety Program, formerly known as Local Law 1198. Under the program, owners of buildings that are greater than 6 stories in height must have the facades of those buildings inspected every 5 years and a report filed with the New York City Department of Buildings. The inspection must be conducted by a registered architect or a professional engineer deemed qualified by the DOB to conduct the inspection. The report filed with the city must classify the building under one of 3 categories: either safe condition, which means that the building requires no repairs before the next filing cycle, 5 years hence, or swamp condition, which stands for safe with a repair and maintenance program, which means the building is still in safe condition, but requires some repairs before the next filing 5 years hence in order for the building to maintain a safe status. And the third category is unsafe condition, which essentially means the building requires immediate repair, in which case a sidewalk shed must be installed, the buildings department must be immediately notified, and a repair program must be put in place without delay. Upon conclusion of the repair program regarding an unsafe building, you would then need to file an amended report to notify the city that the repairs have been completed and the unsafe designation can now be removed. If your building files for a swamp status, it's important to keep in mind that all conditions identified as swamp in the report must be repaired before a report is filed in the subsequent cycle, which would be the 9th cycle. Otherwise, those swamp conditions will be automatically downgraded by the city to an unsafe status. And owners often neglect to look at these details in their report and then find themselves scrambling to do repairs later than they otherwise would have liked. Now, for the 8th cycle, it's also important to keep in mind that we have 3 subcycles based on the block number that your building is located in. And these subcycles are cycles A, B, and C. So subcycle 8A covers buildings where the last digit of your block number is 4, 5, 6, or 9. And for those buildings, the filing window is February 21, 2015 to February 21, 2017. And the entire inspection and report process must happen within that window. If your block number ends in 0, 7, or 8, that subcycle is 8B, and the timetable there is February 21, 2016 to February 21, 2018. Finally, for subcycle 8C, that covers blocks ending in 1, 2, or 3. So it's important that you know which subcycle you're within, because the city will not accept the report before your subcycle begins, and if you file it past your subcycle, you're subject to fines and penalties. In any event, Rand always recommends that the inspection process begin as early in the subcycle as possible, so if you have repairs that are needed to be done, they can be done as quickly and efficiently as possible, and we don't run into fines and penalties by missing deadlines.